Hello, my name is Diego Ardilis. Today I'm going to be presenting to you my capstone project. First, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded traditional land and territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. My capstone project is focused on the area of astronomy. Astronomy is a study of everything in the universe beyond the Earth's atmosphere. It includes things we can see with our naked eye, and includes many things that you need special equipment for, like telescopes. Why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because I've always grown up fascinated by the moon and the stars. What I really like about it is that you can be anywhere in the world, rich or poor, black or white, and all be able to see such an amazing thing. Tools I used. I used a Dobsonion Telescope, GIMP, Canon T6, and clear dark sky band. The Dobsonion Telescope. The Dobsonion Telescope is an altazimuth-mounted Newtonian telescope designed by John Dobson in 1965. I highly recommend this telescope if you're interested. This is a great beginner and advanced telescope. It can be quite complicated at first. Once you read the manual and mess around with it, you'll understand it in no time. The Canon EOS Rebel T6. This is the camera I use to capture my photos. You can attach metal pieces to the camera to be able to mount to the telescope. I recommend using a 3-second timer to eliminate the chance of your photo being blurry. Clear Dark Sky Van is a website that uses graphs and information to tell you which night is the best night to take photos. It tells you things such as cloud coverage, transparency, seeing, darkness, and more. GIMP is a photo editing software, much like Photoshop, but it is free. It's quite tricky to learn at first, just like any new software you're using for the first time. Once you watch tutorials, you start to get a hang of it, and it becomes a great tool. My capstone project is the application of tools and technology to better visualize the moon. Here are my photos. Things I disliked, liked, and what I would change. I really enjoyed the first night I could clearly see the moon. Seeing the craters and how bright and beautiful the moon was so nice, and I felt so accomplished my first night. I found mounting the camera and focusing very difficult at first, but after a week or two, it got a lot easier. I really disliked the Vancouver weather. My first 2 weeks of my capstone, I could barely take the telescope out because of the horrendous weather. I would make changes to the space I had available by taking my telescope out on a field so I have a larger view. What did I learn during my capstone? Well, I learned how to use a telescope and other technologies. I learned that air pollution in urban centers impacts the night sky viewing. I learned that using new GIMP technology is challenging and takes lots of trials and errors. I learned that I need to have better time management skills. I learned that I really want to learn more about astronomy after this project, and I learned that my home country, Chile, has some of the best viewing for astronomy. Here are some of the references I used. Thank you. The end.